What it do, yo? It's your boy Hypershot 92, and I'm coming through to give you this review. Word. I'm just playing. What's up, guys? Hypershot 92 here, also known as Pops from Red Planet Films, Red Planet Gaming. I'm gonna give you guys a quick review on Annabelle Creations, and let's just hop right into it. First thing I want to talk about is the character development. Character development, I felt like was really, really well done. Every character I felt like had a really good role. Every character I felt like was important to the whole genre. I mean, not genre, the whole universe, the Conjuring universe. I said genre, I don't know why. The whole Conjuring universe, though. I feel like every character had a key point besides four characters, obviously. There's two filler characters, Carol and Nancy. They were really good. They had really good scenes. And then there's just two characters that really did not need to be in this movie at all. Like they were just there, and it's just like, why are you guys in this movie? Like you're not even doing anything. Um, Kate and I don't even know this other girl's name. Kate had about three lines in the entire film, and then the other girl, she pretty much could have been a mute. I think she said like, "What happened?" one time, but they just did not need to be in this movie. They're not important. They're not anything in this film at all. There's no tie-in to them. Nothing. They're just in this movie, sitting there and getting paid, which is kind of shitty. But it is what it is. Other than that, every other character felt like had a really good role. As far as character development, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 or anything less because, like I said, those two characters they were in this movie for a pretty big chunk of time. Like I want to say 80% of this movie, and they just were just sitting there. They were next. What's next? Pacing. Let's talk about the pacing of this film. The pacing of this movie I felt like was really really well done, very well done. I didn't feel bored in this movie at all. I felt like the pacing, the build-ups of the jump scares, all this stuff, the actual story of this movie, I felt like was really well done, and I'll give it the pacing a 10 out of 10, and that's enough said. Um, like I said, I just didn't feel bored. I felt like the build-ups to the jump scares, all that stuff was really really well done. Like I just felt like when I was in the movie, I felt really creeped out. I felt like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Like, oh hell no, bitch, you better run. Like it just kept me at the edge of my seat like the whole time. So I felt like it was done perfectly. So 10 out of 10 for the pacing, absolutely. Dialogue, I feel like was really good. There were some scenes that were kind of like, really. But I mean, that's just with the character development too. Like I personally found the main character Janice very annoying. But she's a kid, you know what I'm saying? She has a messed up leg. She's a kid, and she just is nosy as hell. So it's just like it doesn't piss me off to the point like I don't want to watch this film. I felt like it was necessary. She was supposed to be annoying to the audience. She was supposed to be that girl who's nosy and just doesn't give a fuck and just wants to check out everything because freaking she's just nosy. Um, but other than that, I'll give the dialogue an 8 out of 10. Now, let's hop into the actual story. What you guys are here. Um, well, what I would think you guys are here. So if you guys haven't seen this movie, go check it out. Come back and watch the rest of this review because I might spoil a whole lot of things as far as scenes, as far as actual specific parts in this movie. So if you guys don't want to get anything spoiled for you, just go watch the movie, come back, watch the rest of this review, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. But other than that, sorry, other than that, let's just dive right. So the first thing I want to touch base on is the Mullins. The Mullins in the family are very, very important in the whole Conjuring universe. They are the creators of this, the Annabelle doll. Mr. Mullen creates the doll. Mrs. Mullen pretty much created the evil that goes into the doll. What ends up happening is they end up losing their daughter, B, in a tragic accident, and they cliched, but they try to put her soul into this Annabelle doll. And yes, like I know, it's very cliched, but it worked. It actually worked really well. Um, so at first, everything is going great. Like they hear her walking around in the room, and they're happy. It was like little things, and then as time went on, the demon got stronger and stronger and stronger. It clearly wasn't their daughter, and they end up putting the doll away in B's room in the closet with a whole bunch of passages and verses from the Bible. They glue it onto the door, all around the closet. So this demon and this possessed doll is now covered with the words of God, I should say. And fast forward into the orphans. The orphans come into, so yeah, the Mullins open the doors. The orphans come into their house, and now their Janice is very nosy, and she pretty much unlocks the door, unlocks the evil within the Annabelle doll, and so on. There's pretty much hell going on. Now, I am going to touch base on a few scenes that I loved in the movie. But the first thing is first, what's very important in this movie, like I said, in the Mullins, because the Mullins created the Annabelle doll. Sister Charlotte went to the same Catholic academy schooling to get her certifications as a sister and whatever. She went in the same place as that demon that's in The Conjuring 2. I don't remember her name, but they're in the same. There's a picture of the sister Charlotte and four other sisters with her, and then on the corner, that demon is in that picture. Now I don't know if that was a live being, a real person, a real lady that just looked really scary, or if that demon was just in that photo and whatever. They asked her about it. The Mr. Mullen was like, "Well, who's this lady right here?" And Sister Charlotte said, "Well, I don't know. I don't know who that is." But she said that the other four girls in the picture are like her best friends. And yeah, they pretty much went to the same school. So she's very important because there's a key element somewhere with her and the Conjuring 2 demon. Um, Huge spoiler. Now, Janice is very important because Janice is actually, I believe her name is Talia, um, in Annabelle 1. Uh, Janice is the crazy girl who kills herself. She killed her family, and she kills herself in the room in Annabelle 1. And she runs into the apartment where, I don't remember their names, but the family, she goes into that room and she ends up trying to kill the lady, but she ends up killing herself. That's Janice when she's an adult. What ends up happening in the end of the film, Janice gets possessed by whatever entity, but she puts herself back in the system. She gets adopted by this really rich family. And then she grows up and she kills herself in the Annabelle 1 house. And yeah, that's that. Um, so my absolute favorite scene in this whole film is a flashback scene with Mrs. Mullen interacting with the Annabelle doll. Now, she realizes that it's not her daughter B, so she's going into the room. She has a cross, and she's like trying to be brave. She's shaking. She's super scared. And throughout the whole film, the demon likes to hum the Sunshine song. I don't really know how it goes. I just kind of know the melody, but it's so the demon's humming that song, and she actually sees her daughter B talking to this Annabelle doll. And the demon's humming, and she's trying to come close. She has the Bible in one hand, she has the cross on the other hand. She's walking up close, and then all of a sudden, B, the daughter, um, the demon, breaks his neck and starts breaking all the bones in the girl's body, and it's growing and growing and growing, and it's just like, whoa, what the heck? And I remember seeing this scene, and I was like, holy crap! And the demon from a little girl becomes this huge, tall looking figure, and turns around and starts walking towards her. You can't really see it, and she starts panicking, and then all of a sudden it cuts into Mr. Mullen walking into the house, and he hears her scream, and he runs into the room, and that's when she got her face cut up, cut open. The demon tried to take her soul, all that stuff. And very interesting scene, very cool. I just really liked the transformation from the little girl to the demon. I thought it was awesome. Very, very, very cool. But yeah, other than that, I don't want to spoil too much of the film. You guys go check it out. I honestly think that it was a good film. It was definitely worth checking out. Story, I gave the story a solid 9 out of 10. So overall, for this film, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. An 8.5, 9ish out of 10. So 8 to 9 for sure because this film, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really really well done, really good, super scary, and that's saying a lot because nowadays our horror franchise, likes to come out with these paranormal movies that aren't too scary, but Annabelle, I felt Annabelle Creations was very creative, very well done, very well written. Cast was great, and the overall movie was fantastic. The pacing, all that stuff was good. So yeah, 8.5 to 9 out of 10. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please remember to drop a like and a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.